Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you all back to This Is the Police, where we have just woken up from a coma. And now we're going straight back to work, after Jack Boyd recovers from head injury, Jack Boyd unable to name a taxes, and Police Chief awakens from a coma. Oh, that's such a nice roar. You're too tired. Okay, sure, you actually look very tired right there. Why do you look so tired? You've got two... wait. I'm getting a bad sense from anything happening right now. You've got one, I'll let you go. You definitely are not allowed to go. What happened to everyone's fatigue? What the hell is this? Well, I will definitely take a cello sona. Please. That sounds divine. When do I get it? 2nd of October. I need to hear that. So what do we have here? What happened to all the lovely classical music? I can't listen to any of that. I'm a YouTuber. God damn you to hell. What the hell just happened there? Cop hunt from Martin Sten. Jack, while you were in hospital, a hunt was declared on all cops. It's like all the criminals in the city suddenly went savage. They're cornering officers one by one and beating them to death. Our boys have started refusing to ride out on calls alone. While the situation is really bad, even two will refuse to go. Right. Damn, I should have made you go with me. Well, let's just send you guys there, like so. I will take my money, thank you. City Hall request, upgraded. Oh, I would like them to work twice a day, please.
211 in progress.
Vandalism. A passerby saw 3 teenagers setting fire to a parked car. According to eyewitnesses, you can still catch them. They're just walking down the street, not even in a hurry. Okay, then. Vandal and Somali, you go. We have, like, some cops which are really tired, and then other cops which aren't. And we frankly probably need to work together with those. So what's on the labor market right now? A bunch of crap. Who the hell are you, and where did you come from? Alright, City Hall. What might I want? I've still got an active detective slot available. I've still got an active cop slot available. My weekly salary does crap all at this point. You know, if we're going to have to send 2 cops at a time, I think we definitely are going to need more officers. You're 150, which technically is okay. Maybe I should hire you. Drug sales, Lewis nightclub. Alright, well, Moser, Kazumi, Yesel, get on it. Club patrons found a man lying unconscious in the bathroom, apparently due to an apparent drug overdose.
211 complete.
Well done, you two. And that, good sir, means a restart. Go to hell. What do you mean you didn't come into work for today? What do you mean you didn't come into work today? No, you can't go home. No, you can't go home. You've got nothing, so you can. Well, at least Beasley's actually got a bunch of energy this time. What's the current date? 11th of September. Noted. I just realized you were just blowing the dust off your workstation, weren't you? Purdy, did you lose a bunch of professionalism? Because I swear you were at least 600 before. And you were not 1300. Something bad has definitely gone about while I wasn't here. Right, we only got 8 cops on shift today, which is kinda bad, honestly. You can wait until this guy returns. Offender caught. Magnificent. Able to arrest all suspects. Magnificent.
911 in progress.
Theft. A security guard noticed a suspicious group of teenagers hiding things under their jackets as they walked past the checkout. When he asked them to stop, the teenagers scattered in all directions, then ran out of the store in the parking lot. The guard called the police and says they couldn't have gotten far. Alright, good enough for me, let's go! Reckless endangerment. An unidentified woman says that a strange surgeon is operating without a license from the basement of her house. He hardly looks like a real doctor. He's old, maybe senile, and always seems drunk. Right, okay. Man, these numbers have really went awry, haven't they? You did not have that much. You did not have that little. You didn't have that much, and you certainly did not have that little, because you were the third best behind them. So, what the hell has happened? Like, who the hell are you, for instance? Theft! Offender court! Well done!
611 in progress.
Oh, that's extreme. A student couldn't get into his room. It was locked from within inside, and he heard muffled cries coming from within. It sounded like someone was doing my girlfriend. Without consent.
We've got a situation.
Reckless
here.
endangerment, ghetto. In the dirty basement, a teetering old man is digging around inside a young man's ripped open stomach. Call an ambulance.
415 completion.
Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations. You just saved the person. I can't do crap with you guys yet. False alarm? The girlfriend was just having a special moment with her new boyfriend. Yeah. I somehow had a feeling.
410B in progress.
Homicide! A nurse reports that she saw an elderly woman cut off her husband's life support system after a car accident left him in the coma for months. I know his case was hopeless, but it's still murder, the greatest sin of all, according to the nurse. The woman was blocked off has blocked off the entrance to the ward. Michael and Smith, you can go. Who's gonna likely ask for the day off tomorrow? Asano will. And she can have it, because she's probably the only one that's going to need it. Man, it's gonna take us some time to, you know, whatchamacallit, get everyone back up to normal, isn't it? I don't know what the barbecue does. Select the employees you'd like to send to the barbecue. Oh, so I have to do it from current employees. Okay.
In progress. 410B complete.
An assault with an offensive weapon. A trucker just called in. He says a van stopped on the side of the road, and 3 large men got out with shovels. Then someone fell to the ground, to the ground out of the back of the van. I think they had his hands tied up. They hit him in the head with one of those shovels and led him into the woods. Well, that does sound bad, and we'd better make sure we send the SWAT. Well done, you two. Well done. Guys, I know you're tired. I do. But put up with it.
We've got a situation.
Assault with an
here.
offensive weapon. The van is empty, but the engine is still warm. The area is silent and dark. Enter the forest, trying not to make any noise.
412B complete.
That's all that's needed.
910C in progress.
Armed robbery, jewelry store. An eyewitness. How long do I have for that? Oh, I've got 10 seconds, meaning... yeah, these guys have to go by themselves. An eyewitness reports 5 armed men burst into a jewelry store. A series of gunshots followed, then a few minutes later, a girl staggered out the store, bleeding from her stomach. She fell to the pavement, unconscious. Maybe I shouldn't have sent so many people to the last one, because they clearly need to go for this one. Well, I have no idea what that's about. It's the last thing of the day. Please don't make it fail yet. So, now...
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hoffman.
Oh, you want backup? Yes, you are more than welcome to have backup, because it if you're going to ask for backup. I'm glad they asked for backup.
910C completion.
No! I'm sorry, 4 people didn't come into work today? Are you serious with that crap? No! You can shove off! You know, it's at times like this I really love RNG, because I can just reset it every time. No. You may not go home. You may not go home. You may not go home. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. And the most important person who didn't come in. And all of you, frankly, got crap all for your energy today. So, let's try again. Didn't come into work. Didn't come into work. No, you drinking bastard. You definitely can't. Yeah, this is again a thing of reset! You can hardly walk. You know what? You're a detective. You don't matter. Yes, you may. Ooh, you have no energy. You definitely may. No, you may not. You can. You've got 1. Yes, you may. No, you've got 2. You've got 2, you're fine. Man, I really feel I should have at least 6 stripes, because, I mean, I was out for 2 odd weeks, wasn't I? I should have multiple stripes from that. Still want to know why you're on 400 odd, instead of the amount you should be on. I'm going to give a strike to Magnala. He deserves it. Right. You got rid of all my classical music. You know, the stuff I'm allowed to legally play. How'd Shift B look? Shift B actually looks amazing in terms of how good they're doing. Apart from Pursley, but Pursley is Pursley, and we're not giving Pursley any time of day. In fact, you know what? Deputy, I would like to send... I can't send Pursley out for training today, because he's not here. Very well. Because I can only choose it from the current list of them. Fair enough, I suppose. Offender caught. Well done, you guys. Case closed, all done. As for here, you caught the offender as well. Nice job.
911 in progress.
I need to remember to save the SWAT for the second task. Man, my Shift A is really tired.
611 in progress.
You were the false alarm, I'm ignoring you. Martin is not good at running a police office if this is the state of everything when he's, you know, run the police office.
910C in progress.
Alright, armed jewelry store. Let's do this, SWAT team! And I think I'll be able to send everyone for backup. Won't I? Assuming they get home in time. They got home in time. Well, if we can send everyone for the very final mission of the day, we might as well. There we go. No death, everyone caught, jewelry found, the Mafia can sell some jewelry. I'm good with that. Let us end the day, look at Shift B, and think, you're all in actually pretty damn good state, actually. Shift B is going to be a good day. Hello, is that my doctor?
Recovery, Mr. Boyd. I'm still not happy about how soon you're back to work. Well, not happy as your doctor. As a resident of Freiburg, I'm immensely grateful for it.
Really?
Just don't tell anyone, or they'll pull my license.
Well,
That's
thank you again for
understandable.
coming to see me at night.
Oh, well, whatever you need, Mr. Boyd. Any doctor in this town would come running any hour, day or night, you can believe me. You're
Really?
not suffering from headaches. It says here that you are taking painkillers after a back injury. But the prescribed dose is enough to...
Dr. Kraczynski, you trust me?
And, sorry?
Do you trust me?
In what
I
way,
mean-
Mr. Boyd?
That's a good
You
question.
think I'm an honest and reasonable man, Doctor?
You're joking, Mr. Boyd. Thanks to you, my wife finally agreed to buy a house here, and we've decided to have children. Thanks to you, I'm not afraid to visit my patients at night. I think you are the most honest and reasonable person in the city, Mr. Boyd.
Great.
Well.
You see, Dr. Kraczynski, I'm an addict.
Oh?
Mr. Boyd, is...
Well, not a drug addict in the way you might imagine. I'm not some weak-willed junkie.
Oh.
Sometimes I stay clean so long that the tablets stay locked in the barn so long they go past the expiration date. But there are less pleasant stories.
You know what? Let's...
I once took a whole bottle right there in the barn. Passed out in my own vomit. I almost choked. I fought the convulsions, somehow managed to break 4 ribs. For 2 weeks, my chest was so sore I wanted to die. But for those 2 weeks, I kept swallowing pills. Couldn't stop.
Right.
If you want, I could...
I once took a dose right before a party at home. My wife Laura had some old friends over from college. I didn't take that many, maybe 5 or 6 pills, but it felt like I'd taken a few hundred. I passed out while I was carrying a tray of drinks. On the way down, I knocked over a set of Laura's scented candles. The house almost burned down. The repairs took a good chunk from our savings.
Mr. Boyd, if you'll allow me, I'd just...
As you can see, Doctor, I'm well aware of the seriousness of the situation and the possible consequences. But sometimes I need the pills.
Right.
I don't use the word lightly. Sometimes I've got to work on cases with more energy than I've got. I can't do it without them. And I know you want me doing my job. So tomorrow, I want you to come here and bring me some tablets. Lots of tablets. 10 bottles. No, better 15. Yeah, 15 bottles. The next 3 months are going to be extremely difficult, Doc.
I mean...
I would like to discuss your...
You'll bring the pills, Doctor?
Yes, Mr. Boyd. Yes.
Very good. Look, I don't want to trouble you any further. I bet your family doesn't like you running away with me at night. I'd bet they'd rather I was still in that coma.
Well, you're looking scary now, Jack. I love the waistcoat, though. I'm a man who can appreciate a good waistcoat. Rumor, Kevin Paulson, next Freeburg police chief. Kevin Paulson preparing to take helm at FPD. Mayor Rogers supports Kevin Paulson as next police chief. I trust my family. Yeah, sure you do. You can go home. I have no idea who the hell you are. You can go home. I can justify that. You get 1 day, Percy. Same with you. There was a fire at my daughter's school, and my little girl was seriously burned, and she's in intensive care. Can I go get her? Why did you have to have something like that? I can't stop you for that! You're too tired. No, you're not. Shut up. Okay. Okay. Purdy, have your 3rd stripe. You deserve it. You need it. How many police do I have? 7. Jesus Christ. That is none. Why did you remove all of the... Hey, string quartet. I'll take that. Shut up, birds! Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh, that is truly gorgeous. Cornwall 2 turned out to be a gang member, a member of the gang known as the Vargas. He could help you take down the gang if you make an informant. Oh! Chief, the suspect is denying everything. If we want to get this guy's boss, we'll have to loosen his tongue. This isn't my first rodeo, don't... Okay, proceed. Jack, now that you've started looking into members of the Mafia, you have to be careful. If they find out about this, you're dead. The worse your relationship with the Mafia, the more likely they'll suspect something's wrong. Right. Interrogate Connell O'Toole, then. We have prepared a profile on the suspect. The information we have gathered will help you identify his weak points and use them during the interrogation. When asking questions, be careful. If you screw up too many times, the suspect will likely refuse to cooperate, and then will have to either give up or resort to some extreme measures. Right, medical examination. Physically very strong and healthy. His only medical treatment has been for chronic asthma. Born into a poor family of immigrants from Scotland, he grew up with 4 brothers. He tried to quit. He quit school in the 8th grade, instead picked up street boxing. It wasn't long before he was making a good living from illegal fights. By the time he reached 18, he already had over 10 arrests to his name for various offenses, including fighting, robbery, and general hooliganism. His attitude towards the law got even worse after his entire family was killed in a fire. At age 21, he was sentenced to 6 years in prison, where he regularly found himself in solitary confinement for getting into fights. During an interview with the parole board, O'Toole said that he couldn't control himself when someone called him a that, and had to punish them. By the time he was 25 years old, he'd nearly killed 4 prisoners for stabbing his cellmate, an open homosexual named John Valasek. Connell O'Toole regularly goes to brothels, but what exactly he does there is unknown. A prostitute from Eastern Europe, arrested during one of the police raids, stated that the Scotsman isn't interested in girls, but he'd like to meet a black Jamaican. Overall, he's an angry, short-tempered man who is very unsure of himself and sees traitors everywhere. Right. O'Toole, good to see you're a real man. Can't see why they're saying you're gay. Well, you can tell us what we want to know, or we can lock you in a cell with a couple of... Okay. I don't know the way to approach this. Do I want to be good cop, bad cop, or a-hole? I'm gonna try the good cop. Good to see you're a real man. What the fuck? Who said that? Yes, your sisters have a lot to say. They're family. They must know. Your brothers told us all the colorful details. Yes, your friends from the... Ooh. Yeah, that'll do. You know what? I'll tell them the truth. Sure. Who? That son of a Eunice or his scumbag brother? I bet that Jigabo mother crapper... What? I don't know? You think you can trick me? I don't know who these names are. They were not in the profile. That Varga whore. I'll kill him. The only thing that person is good at is stuffing defenseless women into containers and smuggling them into the city. You've got to give us someone else. Buster Mantle is a good citizen. He's helping the police. Sure, why not? Good citizen. Yes, thanks to him, Freeburg gets plenty of new prostitutes every month. The ones who don't get cooked in containers the ones who don't get cooked in the containers on the road. He's no saint. Samuel Bustamante is no saint. He's the one responsible for importing women from Eastern Europe to work in Varga's whorehouses. He's a cowardly and mean son of a bitch, and he's never heard of loyalty. Well. Alright, that man'll do. Let's start investigating him. Armstrong, you're on it. During the night, a tugboat on the river caught fire and drifted into port. There were dozens of women on board, all of them dead, killed and locked in the hold. That'll do me. I can now hire another policeman. Good. Can you give me some which are worth a damn?
Progress.
Homicide, ghetto. 2 teenagers were sitting on the steps and smoking. A black man approached and asked for a cigarette. Go ask someone else, monkey, the adolescents responded. The man grew enraged, pulled out a knife and drove it into the chest of one of the teens. According to the other teenager who managed to escape, then he took a cigarette, quietly sat down on the steps and started smoking. Alright then! Little, McCoy, and Spain. Oh yeah, you're the new one. Off you go. That. I'm not saying that word. Morris Queen heard from a neighboring apartment a panicked female voice crying, "Help! I'm being..." Then, according to him, all was quiet for a few seconds. Then I heard something about laundry detergent and bleach, and then some music started playing. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. You two can go.
Progress.
Homicide! Well done, you three. What about here? Assault. Electrician Jason Prewitt was conducting a regular inspection at a Transformers substation and found a dirty, hairy bum who pounced on him like a wild bear. The homeless man bit him pretty severely, ripping a piece of flesh from his hand. The electrician was stunned, but managed to run away from the substation, leaving the suspect behind. Alright, Purdy, Yancey, off you go. Turns out Mr. Queen's neighbors had just bought a new TV and they were watching some horror movies at full volume. You know, I somehow felt it was a false alarm. Carjacking. 2 teenagers were lying in wait for paramedics to go to their usual coffee. Then they made off with their ambulance. We literally turned away for less than a minute. Well, that sounds like a problem that Little and McCoy are going to go fix.
We've got a situation.
Ooh! Jason Prewitt has lost consciousness. He's shaking and convulsing from the ground. He's foaming out of his mouth. Call an exorcist? Seriously? Call an ambulance. The homeless man is hiding in the transformer structure. The entrance is smeared with blood. Open the door and order the man to exit. Well done, you two. Well done. Look, all we can do is hope that we're not going to get any big crimes. It's Cleanliness Day in Freeburg, which will be widely covered by the TV and media. 3 employees from all city services, including the police, should come and help clean up. Heck, they better not be gone all day. It looks like they're gone all day. Heck! Massive. About a dozen homeless people were sitting through a landfill for valuables and came across a case with a combination lock. While they were deciding how to split the contents, the group began to fight. A few of them have knives. An eyewitness called the police and reports that some seem ready to fight to the death. God damn it! I can only send 2 of them. This is a joke, right? We can't go out there alone. Pick someone else. Heck. I wonder if I can send the SWAT by themselves. Well done, you 4. Well done. May you please get home quickly. Attempted carjacking. A woman called in to complain about a car alarm. This crapping howling woke me up. I have to get up for work tomorrow. I looked out the alley and saw a dark figure duck into the alley. I think someone's trying to steal a car. Well, Little and McCoy go to that, and then Purdy and Yancey go to this. An exotic dancer, Marisa Gomez, complained about a strange man in a raincoat. One of our rooms can be seen from the street. It's so that we can attract customers. Customers, not perverts. This isn't the first time we chase this guy away. He comes all the time wearing a raincoat, no matter the weather, and it seems like he's touching himself. God hell!
We've got a situation here.
A man is standing outside the window, pressing his nose against the glass. Right. Really? Do the first one.
214 complete.
There we go. Fight. The bouncer at the night house refused entrance to 5 lowlives, hinting that the flip-flops and sweatpants will chase off the women. The lowlives got angry and they decided to teach the bouncer some manners. A fight ensued. Nothing I can do. Ah! Bloody! Offender escaped. No, you know what? No, sometimes it happens. Sometimes the police are overwhelmed due to someone's incompetence to keep the place running properly. Oh my god, they're all gonna be so tired tomorrow, aren't they? I have to be smart about who I let have a rest. So... Hello, Jack. What's going on? Bad things? I do assume so.
Mr. Boyd, I'm going home. Do you need anything?
Oh, no, don't go. I need to talk to you. I won't keep you long. I just need to make one phone call and I'll be right out, okay?
Of course, Mr. Boyd.
Who are you calling? What's going on?
Do you know what time it is?
I didn't mean, well, maybe I did. Guess I'm a son of a bitch.
Jack? Good Lord, Jack, I wanted to talk to you. Was wondering if you'd call. How do you feel?
I'm good, Mrs. Markham. Better than ever.
Really?
Back pain is gone.
That's
the
good.
Insomnia is gone.
Very good.
My hair is growing back.
Really?
And my pathological indecisiveness seems to have run off somewhere.
Jack,
Wow.
if you think I had anything to do with that...
I'll waste no more time trying to think, Mrs. Markham. Every second counts. There's a lot to do. And one of those things is finding Laura.
Jack,
What
your
happened?
tone is scaring me.
Good. Turns out I have a knack for that. Scaring people.
Well.
So, Mrs. Markham, I'm gonna look for my wife, and if you somehow get in my way, I'll send a special squad to your house. First they'll throw
Well.
your dog in the fire, then they'll arrest you for prostitution.
What?
What?
What the he... Prostitution?
Sometimes it's necessary to invent charges. It's not like I can arrest you for being an unbearable bitch.
Okay. Well, Jack certainly had a turn.
Emma, I need a detective.
Oh, of course, Mr. Boyd. What shift?
No, not one of ours. A private detective.
Okay.
Oh.
I know that when your father stole your mother's jewelry and left her, you hired a private investigator. You didn't go to the police.
Oh, fair.
You know, Mr. Boyd, it was a family problem, and we felt that it would...
I understand perfectly, Emma. You don't need to explain anything. I'm in a similar situation.
Huh.
As you might have heard, my wife left the house. She's missing, you could say.
Well.
I'm not sure what you're...
I know you've heard all about it. I want her found, but I don't want the department involved. Same reason you didn't. So I decided to hire your private detective. Think you can arrange it?
I mean...
Oh, of course, Mr. Boyd. I'll call him and arrange everything. And don't worry, he'll keep it a secret.
Okay.
Fine. What do you need from me?
Well, just gather all the information that might be useful and put it in an envelope, bring it to me, and I'll take it to him.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, take the day off tomorrow and get a good night's sleep. The day after tomorrow, I'll have that envelope for you.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, Jack's definitely had a definite personality shift since being in a coma, hasn't he? Crocodile found in inner city river. Interesting. Farmer claims government poisoned harvest. Huh. Projectionist accidentally plays okay at the last picture show. Well, he lost his job. Yes, you're a detective. You don't matter too much. Oh, Jesus Christ. Really? No, you may not leave today. You may. You can't. You can't. You can. I was up all right. No, you cannot. It's a goddamn book. You can wait. Right. Let's play my lovely string quartet. Ooh, I love it so. LGB protest. For several years, we have constantly been pestered by the LGB organization with its contents whining about gay rights. Recently, things have been relatively quiet, but last week 3 high school teachers were fired under laws banning the promotion of homosexuality among adolescents. These teachers spread LGB brochures among our school children, teaching them tolerance. We dismissed them fairly and according to the law, but activists are gathered outside the school, rioting in protest. The children aren't there to learn about men kissing and the rest of the circus. The participants need to be taught a lesson, so they'll sing twice next time they climb out of their holes. Oh, God, hell. Well, I'm taking everything from the jewelry, because I'm gonna need it. You certainly do disappoint. Screw off. 150 gays and lesbians have gathered out the school demanding to talk to the administration. Headmaster refused to open a dialogue and locked himself in the office. Alright then, we'll send the 4 least competent cops, that's all. Jack, the teachers were actually fired according to local law, barbaric as it is. However, the protesters have a right to assemble and express themselves as long as no one is in danger. I have a couple of ideas about how you can cover yourself if things go sideways. Evidence against the church. I could just say screw it and say cut my paycheck again. Screw it, let's go, let's blame the church. Come on, Martin.
In progress.
Threatening phone calls, what? Odia Paget said this is the second time a man called her on the phone and threatened her. He's saying he's going to feed lead to her whole family. What? I heard some men laughing in the background, talking about how they can't wait to finally get out their new machine guns on a live target. And Mrs. Patchett said, Mrs. Patchett, I'm quite a well-known political activist in Freeburg, so the threats could be related to my work. Alright, well, Bastian and Vidal can go, I suppose. I hate their whiny asses! Suppress the riot by force. Well, I paid the money to do so, so... You are not getting reinforcements. Shut up. Did you really... Okay, you did improve. I thought you got worse. Found automatic weapon. You know what? Screw it! We can ask the Mafia to sell an automatic weapon.
12 in progress.
Well, that was a lot of thing happening at once. Prostitution, Route 22. Russell Stiffer is enraged at the presence of prostitutes along a road on the outskirts of the city. Apparently, there are a few dozen prostitutes lined up, and they're practically throwing themselves at passing vehicles. Some are exposing their breasts and asses in an attempt to attract customers. Get over here right now and deal with this shamelessness. We can send the paddy wagon. Somali, Dixon, and... You know, it doesn't sound that bad. Can I just send the two of you? I hate you so much. Fine. And now we got a really bad crime. Schoolgirl Catherine Campo said that her friend Stacy Peng gave the teachers a greeting card decorated with a heart, and the teacher made an obscene joke and told her to come to his office after school. I pretended that I was leaving, but then I went back to listen at the door. The frightened girl continued. First they were talking quietly, but then there was commotion and screaming and crying. Yeah, bad enough for me to decide it. It's like, you're taking your child at a word, but you know, you can't really, for something like that, you can't really take the risk. Oh look, the labor market changed today, it looks like. Oh sweet, Well done. Well done, lads.
Looks like we have a situation.
Alright, through the glass door you can see a male figure trying to climb on top of a struggling woman who is thrown on a couch. The schoolgirl is crying loudly. Knock loudly and order the man to open the door.
13 complete.
Yeah, there we go.
215 in progress.
Mass riots! Really? Oh god, that's a lot of people. A hysterical young person just called in shouting, "Good God, the prophecy has come to pass. Dozens of zombies are roaming the park." Just like from the movies. Oh god, vampires, free burgers. Alright, that sounds like a giant waste of time, but... The man was frightened by a horror film festival. Yeah, like I said, massive waste of time.
10 in progress.
Suspicious individual. Yeah, shut up. A woman says she was out for an evening jog and noticed a black guy in a hood following her. I was able to get away from him, but I'm afraid this bastard is still lurking in the park, waiting for one of the other girls. Could be a false alarm, could be real. Let's just send those two.
310 complete.
No one was quarreling. The man was working out to a loud TV. The woman was making a salad. She cut her finger rather badly and was running to her neighbors to call an ambulance. Her husband was only trying to stop the bleeding with a towel.
410A in progress. 1210 complete.
The man was in question as a medical student who also runs at night. Jesus, with all these false alarms. People are really panicky, apparently. Attempted murder. Hurry, there's some guys here who caught a transvestite and decided they'd work him over. They stripped off the guy's tights and they're acting like they're going to lynch him with them. They say they're gonna hang him over the bar. Oh yeah, that's bad. Okay, let's see if we've learned anything from here. Because we do have enough here now. Well, it's definitely not that one. That can go screw off. Jim Bates, bartender, saw a little fella in a white jacket. He ordered the cherry juice, drank at the bar, and then went to the bathroom with some bearded guy. I thought they were just up for a little tickle. You see a lot of that these days. But when other folks found the bearded guy with his nose in the toilet, I knew the guy in the jacket was up to no good. Ha! The man suffered a heart attack brought on by cocaine use. He lost consciousness, fell down, and hit his head. The man was rushed to intensive care. His condition is serious but stable. Toilet. One of the booths had a broken toilet, and the floor beneath it was an empty cocaine bag, and it's sitting in a pool of blood. T. Gilligan, bum. I saw a kid in a silly white jacket running out of the club. Ran like the devils were after him. Wish I had some of whatever he was on. Jennifer Gross, club patron. I was doing my eyes at the bathroom mirror when I heard a terrible roar on the other side of the wall. Me and my friend went to see what was happening and found a drug addict lying on the floor. Of course we called an ambulance, but it might have been better if he didn't make it. These smelly druggies only stink up the air of our beautiful planet. Alright, well this seems like a pretty simple thing. So, you ordered that at the bar, you went to the bathroom, you paid for the cocaine, you did the cocaine, you smashed your head. Simple to the point. Oh god. Bruno Savani dedicates most of his time to his studies. Okay. Works at the funeral home. Ooh, I don't know. Well, it's not giving me any information of what I should have read about the character, so let's just try this one. Plus, Beasley's full energy. If he has to come in tomorrow, he has to come in tomorrow.
One Sergeant Hotspot.
Sure, I can send you some help. Why not? It's just extra experience for them. Wrong place. Crap! Attempted murder. Offender caught, everything's fine. Glorious. What's going on now? Well, Beasley, order to work tomorrow. Personally, I swear to God if you ask for a day off. None of you need a day off. Apart from Purdy. Alright? Alright. Police brutally disperse peaceful LGB protest. Twister strip club owner. My dancers are all feminists. Crazy arms film flop. Well, this ought to be good. Ooh.
All the information about Laura, just like you asked.
Mr. Boyd, keep your voice down. Someone could be listening.
Oh, I'm sorry, Emma. It's my first time doing something like this. Here's the envelope. Everything's in there.
Fine.
Okay.
Mr. Boyd, please write for Mr. Fry on this envelope and drop it in the mailbox across the street.
What? I don't want this handled like it's some kind of game.
Mr. Boyd, those are the rules. Now please, lower your voice.
Fair.
Fine. Okay, Emma. I'll put this envelope in the mailbox across the street, just like you said.
What are you doing?
Wonder how that damn Mr. Fry is gonna get an envelope out of the mailbox.
Talking to yourself, Mr. Boyd? And we thought we'd have to catch you at the police station. but it turns out Jack Boyd has come down to meet us personally. Do you know why we're here, Mr. Boyd?
No, who are you?
I don't even know who you are.
Exactly.
My name is Eugene Chaffee. I'm a businessman. Rather, a restaurateur. Although I usually tell everyone I'm a businessman. Which sounds better? Businessman or restaurateur?
Businessman.
I think I've heard of you. You have a restaurant and a slaughterhouse. And you serve refried veal steaks.
Well, refried veal steaks isn't my only business, but perhaps it's what I'm best known for.
All right.
I thought it was time we meet Mr. Boyd, and my friend here. I believe you're already acquainted. His name is Troy Starr.
Troy Starr.
Never heard of him. So what do you want, Mr. Chaffee? Looking for a spokesman for your beef products? I recently changed my image and my hair.
Eugene and I really want to help you, Mr. Boyd. Although after our phone call, I've had my doubts. I was making love to my wife, and you called me and told me to fuck myself. That kind of behavior is rude and inappropriate, Mr. Boyd.
That's who you
I
are.
didn't mean to offend you, Mr. Starr. Just thumbing my nose at that prick mayor of ours. You keep making love to your wife, or did I ruin the mood?
There's a nice cafe around the corner. Spare us a couple of minutes of your time, Mr. Boyd.
I mean, that seems reasonable.
Lately, I've been so busy that I rarely get to sit and relax in such a nice place. And with such interesting company.
Get to the point, Mr. Chaffee.
Yeah.
I'm busy, too. In fact, I think I hear some teenagers next door robbing and raping an old woman. Maybe she's your aunt.
You see, Mr. Boyd.
Good morning. What do you want?
A big mug of beer.
We don't serve big mugs of beer.
Then a small mug of beer.
We don't have beer in any size glasses. This is a family restaurant. Moms and dads come with small children. I can bring you a lollipop to suck on.
Monica, where's your famous charm? Bring the gentleman a beer. I'm sure you've got a bottle under the counter. Check between the dead cats and the dried heads of your ex-boyfriends. This man, by the way, is your police chief.
Don't be silly. The police chief has a bald spot the size of a toilet seat.
So, as I was...
Oh, I'm sorry, Eugene. It's Rogers. Probably forgot how to wipe his ass.
When you're 82, Troy, you'll probably forget you need to wipe your ass at all.
Right.
But very well. Run along. We can continue without you.
Okay.
So, Mr. Boyd, as you may already know, the official job of my old friend Mr. Starr is to cause trouble for you. But believe me, it's not out of malice.
Right.
It's to maintain his cover at City Hall. But to somewhat balance out this trouble, I've decided to help you out. Every day, pay close attention to your morning newspaper, Mr. Boyd.
Right.
You'll find messages hidden among the pages. Simple notes, but make no mistake, the information you'll find there is extremely useful. You see, Troy Starr isn't my only spy.
Right. Who are you?
That's it, Mr. Boyd. I told you it would only take a couple of minutes. I wouldn't want to disturb you while you're enjoying your drink. Keep in touch, my dear little cupcake. Oh, yes, I'm quite good at puns.
Stick with businessman. It's clearly better and more relating to you.
Never imagined what meeting Robespierre would be like. But I certainly didn't figure the first thing he'd do was buy me a drink.
Huh.
Getting them to serve a beer at a family cafe? And this Robespierre has some strange superpowers. Strange, but not entirely useless.
Oh, that makes so much sense now. Alright. My neighbor died and my wife asked me to help with the funeral arrangements. Can I take the day off? How many have I got? 1, 2, 3. I think I got 10 in total. So, I'm allowed to give 2 a day off. You all have the day off. They're offering free admittance to the museum of... No, that's not good enough. And Purdy is apparently full energy all of a sudden, somehow. Someone had a really good day yesterday, clearly. Did someone go to the... Did you go to the spa or something to just relax? Chief, we heard enough about you during the church service. We quit. What? You know what? If this is what's gonna happen, I think I may need to replay the last day. And I probably don't have time for that this episode. So, yeah, it looks like... Well, everyone! What can I say other than thank you all for joining me today? I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.